Morning world, and welcome to a wet and windy Saturday 21st of December. Yeah, it's not a very nice day today. It's, well, wet and windy. So I'm probably not going to do a lot today. I don't think I want a refresh of a bed in there later on, and probably in there. So probably this afternoon we'll be doing some bedding for the cattle. I want to take these two hurdles and that vet's gate are coming out of there just to give them a bit more space, because this is like dead space now. I only set that up for TB testing, but yeah, it's that kind of, it's windy, but it's that light rain. It's that sort of horizontal stuff. So whatever I do, even in over here where the roofs are quite low, the wet's getting in. It's just blowing in. So not quite as bad as snow, but not far away. You all right there, mate? Yeah? You all right? Yeah, I'm all right, yeah. Anyway, it's been a bit of a rough week for us. Also been a bit of a rough week for Mr. Cornock. We have both gone down with TB. I was clear, but have gone down with one animal. She is still in with the herd. Now, government advice is if you get an animal with TB, you should isolate it. The problem with isolating one animal by itself, especially when it's a herd instinct animal, they get very stressed. So because it's only kind of advisory and not you must do this and you must do that, and she's been with them for the last 6 months, I think a few extra days ain't gonna make a big difference, to be honest, for me. I mean, everything she's excreted over the last 6 months, it's still in there. I think in Wales and Scotland, you have to isolate. Well, so the biggest problem I'm going to have with the TB is time of year. Abattoirs are going to be thinking of closing down now. They're not going to want to be taking animals in. So I think we're going to be lucky to get her gone before Christmas. It might even be New Year. The problem is my 60 days countdown for my next test cannot start until she has left the farm. So my 60 days could well be 70 or 75 days, possibly even longer. So yeah, so we're not going to be clear well into spring. So yeah, everybody's got plenty of grub, plenty of food up this end, plenty of food down that end. I will admit, what's the time? It's 10 to 10. This is the first time I've been down today to look at them. Not that I've been sort of slacking off, because I can see that feeder in there from the house. I knew they had plenty of food, and the bed was clean yesterday. Well, midday yesterday, it was all clean bed, so I knew it wasn't that bad in here, but this misty driving rain, I'll give them a clean bed for tonight. So for this morning and the first half of the afternoon, they're going to spend most of their time walking about all over this. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it too much until later. So today's video, what I'd planned to do today was going to be wandering around the farm and talking a bit about why I think we've gone down with TB. Why I think I know who's responsible for the TB. You probably already guessed. But as the weather's so blinking horrible, and I'm going to spend most of my time wiping the lens and the camera clean so you can see what you're doing, I'll postpone that. But the plan is, I'll tell you the plan. As much as anything, is to fill up a bit of space, make a bit of content. So we've got a couple of wildlife trail cams. I've got three of them actually. We have got badger latrines around the farm. So we also have 3 definite, possibly 4 badger sets. 2 of them are within a couple of 100 meters of my boundary, so I know those animals are coming out here. I've got another one in the field over the road. Do you remember where we had the little off-road event a while ago, the off-road trials event? Well, in that field there, there's at least one massive set over there, and there used to be one on the opposite bank, which was a smaller one, but you know. So we are completely surrounded here with badgers. And although Brian May will go, oh no, it's not the badger's fault, it's probably the farmer's fault, and TB's in the herd, and blah, 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 which is, there is some possibility that there may be a sleeper animal in here that, hello? Hello? No, you can't eat that. That's not, that's my pocket. Okay? That's my pocket. No. No, yeah, I know you're a troublemaker. This little heifer here, she'll start shaking her head in a minute. She's quite tame, little 194. But yeah, she got no real fear. So anyway, so the idea, the plan is, I will, when the weather's a bit nicer and I feel a little bit more inclined, I'm going to put some trail cams up around the farm on latrine sites, on entry and exit sites, because I know where they're coming in and out. So I'm going to put some trail cams up, and I'm going to see if I can catch some footage of our little black and white friends coming, leaving, and then what they're doing while they're here. We've looked at buying a thermal optic, which it records as well, but a decent one is a lot of money, and to be honest, I can't really justify it. So we'll use the trail cams that we've got, and then I'll put something together. It might take me a couple of weeks to do that, because that's not something I can do in a day. It's going to take maybe a couple of weeks. So that'll be a video coming up, as it'll be me discussing the issue with not just badgers, other wildlife as well. People have asked me if it could be walkers bringing TB on the ground. That's unlikely. Not impossible, but unlikely. So, right, well, I think I'm going to go back in the house and drink the cup of tea that Holly made me just now, because there's nothing I need to do right now. And I think I'm going to go and watch Welker Farms' new upload. They bought themselves another big bud. So Welker Farms, if you don't follow them, so North Montana farming family. They grow grains and pulses and stuff. No livestock, it's just arable. I don't know, it's 6,000 acre farm. It's quite big, but at this time of year, when there's not so much to do on the land, they do a lot in the workshop. So if you like workshop stuff, and 2 brothers and dad taking stuff apart, modifying it, putting it back together, go and find Welker Farms. Tell them I said hello. I've been following them for years. So, yeah, a good watch. I don't know if you could see that. The rain's kind of coming in at that kind of angle, that way. So it's kind of coming sort of that way. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. Anyway, I'm going to go watch Nick, Scott and Bob rip apart a big bud tractor, re-engine it, re-gearbox it, and rebuild it, make it taller so they can put huge tyres on it. I think they're actually the world's biggest agricultural tyres. What? What? You pair of bookends, what you like. And you're not much better. Right, so another really, really windy day. One of the downsides of really, really windy days is it really, really sucks up the firewood at the chimney. Wind across the chimney pot makes this, well, you'll know that if you've got a fire yourself. It makes the fire draw harder. So our firewood lasts, well, not as long. So, I mean, it produces, I mean, our lounge is lovely warm. I can't complain. We burn a lot of firewood because it's a cheap fuel for us. It's a waste product of the tree company, and yeah, I give the tree company free space in the barn to dry it for selling it for the tree company, and instead of charging them rent, I have some of the firewood. So anyway, it wasn't that long ago since I put that bag in there, and now I've got to go and get another one. I might squeeze through there, but this truck's definitely got to go out.
Abby, and Cody at Glos Studio with all the clients.
I'd say. I've actually got to get 2 bags out. One for me and one for a customer. Unfortunately, the customer is having their garage rebuilt, and I've only got enough space for half a bag, which is a bit of a nose for me because it means I've got to decant half a bag out. That is a bit tight in there, but with a bit of a wiggle, doable. Right, that's our new rubber mats. So we've got, was it 4 on each side with a strap and a couple of pads for the feet. They did actually cut some bigger pads. What did they do with them? Oh, in there. Not sure if that's quite secure enough in there, whether they ought to be secured down as well. So yeah, so with some 13mm boards in there, which I said I don't want them putting their feet down directly on these pads, but if they put one of those boards on top of one of these, that I reckon would be okay. I might chuck them in there as well. There's not much point leaving them out in the wet, is there? Right, I'm going to make you move now, sorry. Come on then, up you get. Go on. And you, big boy. Go on. That's it. Out you go. Let's put you there for a minute. That'll do nicely. Only pinch my finger a little bit. And then what we'll do, we'll put that chain right around both of them. Okay, that kind of secures everything. Only the 2 to move then. Are you going to stay standing if I take you out of there? No. Hang on, I've got to wriggle it. Do nicely. Oh, go on. I spotted a full bag at the back, so I may as well bring that round as well. That's a bag of bits, old fence posts and the like. So I expect that'll go to somebody with a smaller fire who lives up in Wotton and who looks after my grandchildren for me. That's probably where that'll go. They could have got it on the pallet a bit squarer, couldn't they? Would have been easier. That's one in. Let's have that one up there. That bag, the bag looks like it's split. I might regret this. Gently does it. Gently does it. Maybe up a bit more. Lovely bag of ash wood. That'll go nice on my fire, that will. So, right, let's see if we can get this all the way up the house without smashing the bag, or the transit, or the log splitter. I might actually just going to chew the floor up, but this is something I can do with a skid steer that you can't do in your telehandler. Right, let's get a better grip of that bag, shall we? We'll have a look at the bottom side of the pallet as well, so make sure he's not knackered, because if he's knackered I can't get that little pallet truck under it, so we'll just lift him up and have a look. Well, we can. I didn't really notice. Oh yeah, that'll work. So nice and gently, because the bag is split under that handle. It's an old bag. It's probably been used 2 or 3 times. So although I will say the old bags are far better quality than the new ones. The new bags are barely lasting one trip. So whereas the old ones would do normally average on 3. So they were more expensive, but maybe that's why. Let's get the old pallet out of there. You're going to come out of there? You don't want to come out of there, do you? Right. I think this pallet is absolutely knackered. Ugh. Yeah. And then some. Hang on. Is he right down? He is. I've got it over one wheel. There he goes. That got him. He's for the scrap. Wait a bit. That's better. Oh, I caught the table last time too. One or two of you have said, oh, a bit risky doing this over these slabs. Well, you're not wrong. It definitely is, but it's still by far the most efficient way of doing this for me. Go on, up against the wall. There you go. That can stay there. Let's do that again. We'll put one in the barn, and then I can decant half of that into the back of my Land Rover in the dry later on. A bit riskier doing this with it up in the air, but I can see better. A yin and yang thing. While I'm doing this, I'm going to get a second bag out and put it in the bottom barn before I put the truck back in, because I know what'll happen. So when I ring up there, I go, oh, can I bag of logs? And I go, I've got to take it all back out again. So We won't actually stop work over the Christmas period as such. If somebody rang me up on Christmas Day, desperate for a bag of logs, I'm not asking you to test me on this, by the way, then if I could, I probably still would. Or Boxing Day, any day really, because it's one of those things where we're at the farm, we're kind of working anyway, so it's just a different type of work, isn't it? You can go there. A bit knackered. That's little logs, that is. So we're getting a bit shy of our that's the really dry stuff. What's at the back of that pile now is the reasonably dry stuff, and what's at the front is the wet stuff. So what we're going to do is, when we've finally got down to the last half a dozen bags of this, we'll probably move them down into the bottom shed where this guy's going now, if I've got space for it. Might have a bit more space with a bit less straw, maybe. And then I'm going to stack all the wet bags from here. I'll pick them up and move them back in there, and then I'll start stacking in front of those again, and then we'll start taking the bags from the back of that heap. So it's like when you go to Tesco's and you go to the shelves and you look at the date on the milk, and then you go, right, okay mate, so then you shuffle your way to the back of the shelf and you find actually the better date is at the back of the shelf, because that's how they stack it. I mean, if you don't do that, why don't you do that? I mean, maybe an extra 2 days. So my missus always ferrets to the back of the shelf, because that's where the best dates are. So, sorry Tesco's, I just let the cat out of the bag. Never mind, you can afford it. Right, apparently dinner's on the table. I was talking to Amazing Dave. He was looking for a good present for his dad. He said, I want something chainsaw related. How about a sharpening kit? You know, a guy said, well, what are you buying one of those little electric bench mounted grinders? I said, they're not a lot of money. And, you know, it's just, if you just want a quick touch up, they're brilliant. Or if you've managed to bury your saw in the dirt and it wants a lot taken off, obviously go gently at it, because otherwise you'll take all the temper out of the steel. Well, that's a good idea. So, yeah, and hopefully this video is going to come out after Christmas, and whatever he's got his dad, well, he already knows. All right, you lot. You can come back through now. All right, so this afternoon, I think I'm off to Yarte with Mrs. P. We've got to get a few bits and bobs for the lads' hampers, and I've got to buy her a Christmas card. Because no, I haven't done it yet. I've admitted it, she knows. She knows, you ain't got to tell her, you haven't bought your Christmas. She knows. So, yeah. Well, might be a better choice now. Right, you'll be pleased to know that Mrs. P's Christmas card mission is completed and was a success. In fact, it was brilliant. I bought 2 really nice Christmas cards for Mrs. P, you know, to my wonderful wife. That's £3 for 2. Brilliant. What do you mean, cheapskate? Just because they were really good value for money, that doesn't mean I'm a cheapskate. And she agreed with me. I said to her, I didn't show her the card. I said, look at that, I've got 2 Christmas cards for £3. She goes, that was good value. I said, it was. She goes, that's why I took you to that shop. Fair enough. Anyway, we have got officially 11 minutes of day left of the end of the day. Apparently sunset today is at 4 p.m. So any time now. I still intend to bed them out, but maybe not just yet. You have got plenty in there, but I think what we're going to do, even though the feed at the other end is still a third full, we're going to put a bale in that end and make sure they have got Actually, I might as well chuck you out, and make sure they've got enough. And then, if for any reason Sunday morning I decide not to get out of bed at 6 o'clock, and then maybe I'll get out of bed at 7 o'clock, maybe even 7:30, if no one's looking, I haven't got to worry about animals being hungry, because I'll know that I gave them plenty today. Right, you can go out, because I'm going to put fresh bedding in this side. Go on, out you go. What's that looking like in there? Anybody pooed in there? Brilliant. No poo in the water tank. Go on. So I'm only going to bed this side. I'm not going to do that one. And it will encourage them to use this a bit more. So, because quite often everybody sleeps in there, which is why it gets muckier quicker. So I'm going to put some fresh in here and see if I can encourage a few more to use this side of the barn. Go on. Out you go. So yeah, we did yate. Didn't stay very long. Anything over 2 minutes is too long for me. Heaving with people of all shapes, sizes, and other things. So yeah, there was some, no, I won't say it, but there were some of those there as well. Oh, I didn't want all that out there. Oh. Probably don't have to really fort this about. They're probably going to level it themselves, most of it, but better add a bit, haven't we? Like chocky blancmange, isn't it? Yummy. Well, it's true, I can't see the sun. It is down, but there's still a bit of light. And it's 7 minutes past, so mind you, you've got a bit of blue sky. That probably helps quite a lot. So apparently, we're over the worst of the wet now for a few days at least anyway. Gonna get windy. Tomorrow is gonna be really windy. So, yeah. If it's gonna be exciting wind or not, I don't know, but apparently really windy. Bit of wood chip on the path in and out of the gate, just to keep their feet clean when they're going in and out for bed. You know, every bit helps. That'll do nicely. Right, get a bale, put it in there, then come back in that side then. This will probably be even less fun doing it tomorrow when it's really windy. Ah, half of it's going on the floor. Pick it up before they walk all over it. This is one of those bales that they really, really like. So that'll make them happy. Probably. I chuck it in, the wind blows it out. It's like they knew. Oh, it's one of them nice bales. We'll have some of that. Excuse me, thank you, excuse me. Right, we'll go and chuck that bit of straw out, and then we are done. Chuck the rest of it around. Right, well, I'm almost out of battery, so you can stay there while I do this until that goes ping, and then that's the end of the video. So thank you for joining us. Bit of a same old, slightly nondescript day, but you know, welcome to my life. See you tomorrow.